Hey, how's it going, guys? It's a beautiful day, May 1st.
Yep.
May 1st. Spring is on full throttle.
Birds are chirping.
Birds are chirping. Dogs barking. Dogs are getting horny, running around. Maybe not Charlie, because he has no balls. Does he have balls?
No.
No balls. Okay, so on my Instagram and on my YouTube comment section, I ask if you guys want to ask questions to my coach Dorian and I, like kind of a Q&A, and we just did that. So I got all the questions here. We're gonna go straight to it. Let me go see the questions because I took screenshots. Okay. All right. First question is by Silverback Gym Soldier. Hey buddy, here's my question. When carb cycling on low days, no carb days, should we still have a minimum of like 100 gram? And it's 3 low, 2 medium, 2 refeed a week okay as days?
Yeah, it kind of all depends on the person and how they're progressing. Like different people sort of deplete faster than others, so there's no like cookie cutter answer to tell you, oh, go 2 low, 1 high, or you know. Generally, I'll just sort of go by how the person's body's reacting. If they do 2 low and they're flattening out like crazy, then we'll throw a high in there. Like in Antoine's case, his metabolism is pretty crazy. There's some times where he can have a high day and he might actually lose weight. So
like yesterday.
Yeah, we might actually do 2 or 3 high days. So it all depends on the person, because like some people, you know, another client, I might give them a high day and they might fill out 2-3 pounds from 1 high day, so they'll immediately go back to a low day.
Yeah, so it's very different from person to person.
Yeah.
And I think the more muscles you have, the more carbs you can eat.
Yeah, and the longer you've been dieting and the better shape you get in, you'll find that when you do have the low days, your body will like burn through the carbs.
Yeah.
You know, so you might need more than one.
Both are fun because the low days you can see yourself getting more shredded up to a point where you're so depleted you don't look as in shape, but then during the refeed days your body changes again and you look more harder. So it's pretty cool. I really love the carb cycling this year. Next question by Fab and Lift. Dorian, what are your certifications for diet? And also there was another question that another guy asked is like, where did you learn your stuff from?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any like schooling or PhDs or anything like that. But yeah, basically just when I started getting into this at a really young age, always had a big passion for learning about health, nutrition, training, supplements. I owned a couple of supplement stores when I was really young. For like 7 years, so I learned a great deal about supplements during my time owning that. And from when I started myself, when I was about 17 years old, I've worked with like so many different coaches over the last 13 years.
Can you name them?
Oh my gosh, like ones that you guys would know would be like Hani Rambod, George Farah, Chris Aceto, Milos, Neil Hill, even like a guy like Lane Norton. I just hired him just because I wanted to learn, like, you know, during that time, like macros was like a big sort of phase, and I just wanted to learn what it was all about. And,
yeah.
You know, so I just like learning. So I actually like hired a lot of the coaches, not just like to get me in shape or to get jacked. I actually wanted to learn their, you know, techniques. And out of all the coaches, everyone's different. There's not one way is better than the next person. They all work. They're just different ways. And you know, I think it's pretty cool that I've worked with so many of them that I can kind of take bits and pieces from different coaches over the years and put my own sort of twist on it. So yeah, so it's cool.
It is cool, and the times I'm learning the most is when I'm hanging out with Dorian and John Meadows, for example. And it's really cool to like just if you guys want to learn, they're the good ways to just hire a sick coach and just soak it all in. All right, next question. Question by Johnny8628 from Instagram. Question for Team HD: how you get them shoulders to grow? Should I answer that one?
Yeah, you can start and I can say
okay.
sense.
So I think, especially let's talk about laterals here, because when my shoulders started to get really capped is when I started to do a lot of laterals, and then when they really even got more capped is when I got down in weight on the laterals. So there's some movements that are good for heavy, like presses. Sometimes they're really good for heavy, but there's a lot of time where if you use too much weight on the lateral, you'll see guys like jerking, like moving to the weight like that. It's like there's nothing good. There's the muscles. There's spaces where there's just momentum. There's no contraction,
no tension on the muscle.
no tension. So you gotta make sure there's always tension. And I really love the partials, the heavy partials that John Meadows makes me do. And I think that if having their shoulders on their own day is you're not having them grow, remove that and just work them after back, like rear delt after back, and then after chest, a little bit of touch up, because you're already working them during chest and back and arms almost. So if you maybe you're not overworking them, but you're under recuperating because of all the work. So if you back down the volume a little bit, you might actually get better results. What do you think?
Yeah, in my experience from training myself and like clients, with shoulders, it was always something when I trained, I'd always go for the pump. You know, and the best way to get a pump is, constant tension, stimulation, the muscle. So I had pretty big shoulders when I competed, and everyone, would always ask me, oh, what do you do for your shoulders? And I would never really lateral raise more than 25, 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I chose that weight because I found it most effective, because I was able to, put the most stimulation on the muscle, get the best pump. I would go heavy on things like presses when I was training shoulders. But again, when I say heavy, it's all relative, because you tell someone heavy and then you see them doing the movement and they're doing 5-6 reps. No, heavy for 8, 10, 12 reps.
15.
Yeah, even 15, right?
So 15 for shoulders works really well.
When I would at the gym, say for example, they had 125 pound dumbbells, I would still be doing those for 12 reps,
Yeah.
So I'd never pick a weight and do presses with 6 reps. I mean, that's just...
When we were younger, we did that.
Yeah, but I mean, as you get a little more advanced, that's just asking for injury.
Yeah, true.
If you do that week after week.
Yeah, it's true. So. There's a lot of muscle groups where progressive overload, where you go heavier and stronger, like for chest and back and legs, it works well, but for shoulders and arms, at some point, your joint's going to give out. So you got to be careful. And this question is by Matt Gallucci, an Italian guy, probably. Hey, Antoine, Dorian, huge fan from Hamilton. How did Dorian get all the knowledge? We answered that already. But what made you decide to choose him for your big comeback? It's a question for me. Because Dorian knows as much or even more than all the coaches. He's always willing to learn. So he's not closed-minded. So he's always going to soak up information. And he's also in the GTA area, and he's also my friend, and he always wants the best for everybody and all his clients, and he's honest and true to himself. So I know that it was the right guy for me, because I needed somebody for my comeback who's there on the ball with me. And Dorian is like that, not just with me, but with all his clients. And so for me, it was really cool. Every morning I text him, hey, what's up? The pictures, the weight, and this, and then we modify as we go. It's the best prep I've had so far, because a lot of coaches are weekly check-ins. A lot can happen when you have a good condition in a couple of days. You can get worse sometimes. You can go back a little bit because you're too depleted. You lose muscle. If he says for the whole week do an hour of cardio, but then you drop too fast after 3 days, another 3 days of being catabolic, it's not good. So with Dorian, what's really cool is that we modify as we go. There's no set plan for 1 week. We just always open to modifying things, and because he's right there, and it's it just makes sense for me. And Dorian is not as passionate with training as John Meadows, so that's why I'm using John Meadows for his training. And I'm actually learning a lot from John, and I'm gonna create my own programs. I have one already made up called the Muscular Overdrive, but that's another conversation. But this is why I choose him, because I think he's one of the best. Period. Next.
Thank you.
Armani Jerami from Instagram is asking, Antoine, give me the secret sauce. I'm trying to get chisel abs, but it won't work. I just end up losing all my gains when I cut. It's a funny question. If you're dieting down, cutting for, you want to be chiseled, like you said, you have to give up the fact that you're going to be as big as the off season.
And you're not going to feel big, swollen, and full for the first 4, 6, 7 weeks.
Especially, he's right. Especially the first.
People can't get through that.
Yeah.
They give up.
Yeah, we have a friend who he has trouble getting through that. he's like too scared and he's gonna lose size. But you know what? After a while, you get so ripped. It's like you look way better than off season anyway. So just get through those 3 or 4 weeks of like feeling like a little like
it's not fun at the beginning of the prep when you lose glycogen, so you flatten out. You still have body fat, so you're basically flat. It's not a good feeling until you remove all the body fat and you can see the muscle
and personally for me right now, I'm at the point where I'm so lean, my workouts are even better. I'm in shape. It's like, and now I can actually see even more details and work on the. So just get through this first part where you feel like shit, and you'll be fine. So just do it. Just forget about. Just be a robot and follow the plan for 4 weeks. Stop like judging yourself, like just follow it like a soldier. All right. K-Dubs06 with a Z is asking, when is crew starting to take clients? When?
I think we're taking clients right now.
Yeah,
I've actively been taking them on every day since we sort of started.
Yeah.
But as far as we are working on a website, so the website should be up hopefully within the next 4 to 6 weeks. That will have all the information, all the packages that we offer. If you guys are interested in training with any of us from Team HD, just shoot us a message on Instagram or send one of our emails, and we'll get back with you and help you the best we can.
So actually, in the YouTube description, you have his email and my email, and there's Cody also. I'll put all the email actually. Justin Yu is a classic amateur bodybuilder. He won his class in the Arnold Classic in Ohio, right?
Yep.
He's a really good guy. He's a really good coach too. Contest prep specialist, and Cody is in the team also. So all the emails are there if you want to contact any of us. And I take on clients also right now, and I've been getting a lot more requests. I'm pretty happy because I'm actually learning a lot from this prep, and I can actually apply with my clients, and I see clients with results, and it's kind of fun now. I understand why people can coach, and I see potential for me to really enjoy that and helping people reach their goals. Like, because why would I keep it all for myself? I was gonna give some of the gains back. All right. So, also, Bram Ramakers is asking, I have a question to your coach. What is a good way to get the glutes lean and stage ready?
Glutes lean and stage ready? Usually for the glutes, it's just it's like the last thing for like most people to get in shape. So it's just a conditioning thing. Like you just got to be patient, and towards the end of the prep, that should be the last thing. If you ever see someone and they have ripped glutes at like 10 weeks out, or they're still not shredded everywhere else, it's generally genetics. Genetically they're ripped there. But for most people, like, it's the last thing to come in shape.
Yeah, especially me. But this year we're finally kind of getting there. Yeah. So it's just the way to do it is just suffer it, just get ripped. Just think you're ripped. This is not ripped. Keep working hard until everything is ripped.
Yeah, like your stomach has been shredded for
a little while now. But even now I'm getting like the obliques all the way to the lower back and the last
different levels of conditioning, and that's usually the last thing to tie in on physiques.
There's a difference between a guy who's gonna walk on the beach with abs. Oh, he's ripped, and then there's like bodybuilding ripped, like Andreas Bunzer ripped. So next level. This is what you want to be, because normal sucks. Hey, got a question for you and Dorian. When and what kind of carbs are best to take around your workout for optimal insulin spike and muscle growth? Thanks, guys. You're looking sick as fuck, man. Colton, that was Colton the Sutter from Instagram. So
what was the question?
The carbs, which carbs are good for around the workout?
So I'm assuming you're trying to like put on size. Did you say specifically?
Muscle growth, insulin spike and muscle growth.
Yeah, like any of the carbs, like the carb powders, like cyclic dextrin, carbolin, Vitargo. Those 3 carbohydrates are probably the best carbs to have pre, during, or post workout. And I would combine it with like amino acids, branched chain amino acids, pre and post workout, even like creatine. there's other things you can add in there, pre-workout, you can add citrulline and stuff. But having like the carb drinks around the workouts are really good, to put your body in a really anabolic state.
Yeah, I've been doing that since the beginning of my bodybuilding. I was 15 years old. Yeah. I would mix up creatine with grape juice. That was the ancestor of the carb drink.
Yeah.
Everybody did that. That's
the first thing I ever did. 16, 15 or...
Do you want to answer this one here?
How much?
You want to answer this one?
Sure.
Okay. So, I don't answer that usually because it's not because you're an athlete that you're an expert in chemicals and anabolics, because it's involved in the sport as we know it. And the question is by GS_DES. How much trend usually is athletes run in prep?
I think trend's probably one of the drugs that's probably mostly like overused. Like people think you need crazy amounts, but it's really, really powerful. And with my experience with helping people and myself, I don't use more than like a minimum, between 50 and 100 milligrams, I would say. Like usually I would start someone out at around 80 milligrams every other day, and at a maximum 100 milligrams. And that's not set in stone. Some people are really sensitive to it, and they might only need 50 milligrams every other day. So it's very individual on the person, for someone to tell you need this much a week, it's like, it's very individual on the person. But like, when you hear these crazy things, like people think that pros are taking, insane amounts of trend, and I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, if you're getting a good reputable product, you don't need crazy amounts. It's very strong stuff, and use it with caution. It's not something you want to be taking if you're not doing competition. You're just training.
And I think everybody who would take, should like read and be okay with the consequences. Yeah,
like it's not something to be taken lightly. Yeah, you don't want to take that for a long period of time. If you're doing a show, maybe 6-8 weeks out. The last 6 to 8 weeks out, but it's not something you want to be using for a long period of time, especially at high doses. You're just going to get really toxic, really unhealthy, and it's a recipe for disaster.
So not too much Trenbolone sandwiches, people. All right. Carb intake that this is more the last week question. The real _M Fuller is asking, how will you guys adjust the carb intake on the lead up to the show, or will it be in the case of how you look, and also do you adjust the water intake? For me, like,
I guess it can depend on the person, but generally I don't like to touch things like water or sodium, just because I think there's too many variables when you fluctuate with those things. This whole prep, you've sort of been doing like mini like depletions and carb ups with the low days and the high days. So we'll probably do something really simple, like a mini depletion, and then we'll sort of slowly carb up. I don't like to do anything drastic, anything too crazy. At the end, we're not looking for a miracle. We're in shape, we're ready to go on stage. We're not looking for some hocus pocus manipulation to like wake up 20% better or something that's like not going to happen. We're in shape, we're going on stage.
I've always thought when I was younger, there was like the last week you had to pull a trick out of your ass to improve like 20%, but the thing is of your ass, not ass. The thing is that you should be ready to go on stage a week out. Just put a tan and go. You should be ripped enough, water or not. So the goal is to, let's see if we can improve a little bit, like just so you're like a little bit fuller.
Yeah, something people need to realize that the muscles are like a huge percentage of water. And if you cut your water and your cells shrink, what's going to happen is the muscle's not going to be pushing on the skin, and you're not going to appear to be as tight. So you got to be really careful with like manipulating things like water and sodium, and a nice full muscle, hydrated muscle, is going to be a tight muscle when the body fat is stripped off and gone. So those are really sensitive things to play with.
So K-Dubs asked another question about us taking clients. He said, how much do you guys charge for 16-week workout diet subs plan? So the diet subs, the workout is a part of it. It's a $200 for a 12-week, kind of like John Meadows' system. And but the diet subs and protocol, I have the price right here. Actually, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's right. It's right here. So 8 weeks, 850. 12 weeks, 1,000. 16 weeks, 1,250. And you just pay one shot at the beginning, and then we take care of you all the prep. And I use fitlog.ca, which is a really cool program. You can calculate, you can update the diet on there. You also have an app, Fitlog app. You can go on the app, and it's very cool. I can see all my clients. It's super easy to manage. Fitlog.ca. So if you're a trainer, actually, you're training clients in the gym or you're whoever, fitlog.ca, check it out. But yeah, 16 weeks, 1,250, all included except the training, which is 200 for 12 weeks. Okay, let's go back to questions. The carb cycling we talked about already. For the Q&A with Dorian is asking bears and biceps. Does Dorian have his pro card, or is he going to try to get it soon?
It's a tough question. No, I don't have my pro card. And he said, am I going to get it soon? I would love to get it. I still have been thinking about possibly competing in the near future. I don't have any shows planned right now, but I would like to get back on stage at some point and try and get my pro card, because it's one of the things that I did set out a goal for myself to get it. So I would like to, fulfill that and get it.
And I remember seeing him in 2013 when Henri Pierre won. He was third, and he had a really good physique up there. So he has the potential. You can see it. He has the potential to get a pro card. He just needs to get shredded.
Yeah, I go crazy when I diet. I love food, and I just
I
go nuts.
Yeah, it's different, because for me, I could never train myself. I would overdo it, and I would look like not good. So I give it to somebody else. But when it's him training himself, it's like he's like, he would need to be trained by himself.
Yeah, I wish I could have the sane version of myself train me.
Yeah,
for a show, because when I get close to a show or I'm dieting myself, I start going crazy in the head, and you start convincing yourself, oh, I'm flat, oh, I need food, I need a cheat meal, and it just gets ugly.
Yeah, so this is why you need to get a coach.
Yeah, I need a good coach.
Maybe Justin.
I
was saying, like, if you could give us some experience here, give us a little bit of time, and then Team HD could train him.
Yeah,
keep
me in shape.
Oh, yeah,
keep me in check.
So Iron Mike King is asking, why is your protein so high?
Why is your protein?
Yeah,
so high?
I think you probably saw my macros. It was 368.
I would say we eat low protein in comparison to most bodybuilders. I mean, we're eating like 6-7 ounces.
200 grams of chicken breast cooked.
Yeah, per meal. I mean,
which is like less than 7 ounces.
That's relatively low. I mean, maybe if you saw your macros on the Fitlog, that could have been including, like, sometimes those programs include even like protein from like your carbs and everything.
Okay, let's keep on going with the Q&A. Is it in the frame?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get back to the questions. And the reason why we're inside now is because this Sony camera is a very nice camera, but it overheats, I heard, and now I saw. So Javi_8 H8 is asking, do you add any fats during prep? Nut butter, olive oil, etc., aside from fats you may get from meat. What do you think?
Let me see exactly. So fats during peanut butter, olive. Yeah, we do nut butters, but you got to be really careful with nut butter, because I've found, like, with a lot of clients, you tell them do a tablespoon of, say, like almond butter, and I actually get my clients to weigh it, because if you do weigh it, next time you take a tablespoon, I can guarantee you're upwards to like almost 2 tablespoons. So it can get really out of control really fast with the amount of fat that you're actually eating versus what you're supposed to be eating. Like when it's a tablespoon, like a tablespoon's level. So next time you go to have your almond butter, weigh it out and make sure you're eating the appropriate
You know a trick somebody gave me on YouTube, actually. Some of you guys are really helping me out sometimes with the tips. You guys give me tips too. Is you take your almond butter, you put it on a scale, you zero, and then you take a spoon, then you remove 16 gram. Then you can just lick it or whatever, and you're sure that's 60 gram, and there's no waste.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
What else did he ask? Nut butter. Yeah, olive oil. We use olive oil. What other fats we use? We use avocado.
Yeah.
We use macadamia oil.
Macadamia, yeah.
Yeah, we use
on low days more.
Yeah, lots of different fats.
More on low days.
And then even from our protein sources, we have salmon.
Yeah.
Some red meat occasionally.
Yeah. So yeah, it's useful, but
Yeah.
I think it's more if you're gonna want to get shredded, you gotta lower your carbs if you're gonna have higher fats on low days. So please ask Dorian what he thinks about training first thing in the morning. My schedule only allows me to train first thing when I wake up and then head off to work. Does he recommend having something to eat on his training? Does he recommend having something to eat or on his training and empty stomach? Okay, thanks, my man is asking Abu.Zakur.
If you have to train after meal one, first thing in the morning, I would wake up and have a really balanced breakfast, including protein, carbs, and fats. Ideally, wait at least an hour to digest and train.
But he doesn't have time for that.
So he doesn't have time to...
No. I think the best next thing would be an intra-workout right away.
Yeah, if you get up, you'd even have like an intra-workout shake with amino acids and carbs and get to the gym, train, come home and eat. Something else to keep in mind, if you are training first thing in the morning, oftentimes people think about the meal prior to their workout to fuel them. But like, things take time to digest. So like even the meal, your last meal of the day prior, would even be important for you because you wake up and go to the gym. So maybe the day before, make sure you're including in your last meal of the day like some carbohydrates. That way, that's already digested and absorbs glycogen.
So what if he wakes up to pee around 4 a.m.? You can have a shake already made with oats in the whey. Just chug it down, go back to bed.
If he's hardcore and he wants to do that.
Are you hardcore, buddy? All right. And this is a question from a YouTube comment, actually, from Bernardo Cardenha. Do you change the amount of protein intake during the prep when you rotate carbs? Do you also look at the type of carbs? For example, when you do a high carb day, do you choose plain... I forgot to do the read more. So, do we rotate protein at all? No. We just keep protein the same.
There are times that we might jack it up temporarily for like a metabolic response, like increase the metabolism with like more protein. But I like to keep it sort of 6 to 7 ounces all the time.
Yeah, especially chicken or meat.
Yeah, even for health reasons.
Fish a bit higher.
Even for health reasons, I even find it's easier in the digestive system. I find it helps keep the guys are way smaller and tighter long term, right? Because if you're eating 10, 12 ounce portions of meat over a long period of time, it's a lot of work on your digestive system. So long term too, I think a little bit lower protein.
I think people eating 12 ounces of ground beef.
Crazy.
It's like the thing is there's a lot of it stays in the gut a lot, I heard. And I think the big waste is that maybe bodybuilders eat too much protein right now. Because my weight is getting pretty good now. And I'm telling you, I'm only eating 200 grams of chicken breast cooked. That's the most amount of meat I'm going to eat.
Yeah. There's lots of things to consider with bodybuilding. Everyone always points the finger to supplements negatively impacting people's health. But, the amount of food you eat on a daily basis is also your body has to digest and process all these foods.
This is why John Meadows, he does fasting from once in a while now.
So, you have to take those things into consideration.
Yeah. All right, okay. And this question here is by 93 Nissan Altima. I guess that's your car. My question is what could there be possibly to fine tune after this posing routine? Because you saw my posing at the end of the video, the last one I did. On my day off, I went to Dorian pose. And he's asking, you see a few weeks out, everything seems comfortable, place to be, and I'm asking, what do you yourself think you can improve on? So you don't train eye, physique is 12-10. Well, thank you. But to train eye, there's always a little bit of things you can improve. And I want to really look comfortable. Well, if you say it's looking comfortable, nice, thank you. But I want to be work on my breathing in between the poses, hitting the shots right, stomach in. And it's just sometimes just smiling. I don't smile usually when I'm posing for my coach or whatever, but on stage usually I do it.
And a lot of times people, when they practice their poses, they practice on the actual shot, the final pose.
Yeah.
But the transitions are really important too, right? So I know that's something you've been working on.
Yeah, with Zane,
between shots,
right?
Yeah. So
Zane told me you need to have a routine for every pose. It's one movement, two movement, flex, breathe out. For example, you have to think
you're being judged the whole time you're on stage.
Yeah.
They're looking at you.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing all the time when you're doing the mentors, pretty much. If for my tricep after the back lat spread, I do that, put one hand in the back already, flex, and then pull the arm, whoop, clack, like that. So I just gotta work on that. It's just practice. And another thing I can improve on is all the conditioning. You need to be shredded. You need to be able to see all the muscles, lean, hard, and just present them the best you can, pretty much. So there's a lot of things that can work. There's always something that can work. Okay, this question's for Dorian. Dorian's a great coach, and I remember seeing him on a few animal videos in the past. He clearly knows his stuff, but what did he do in terms of competing? And how successful was he? 2013 was your best one.
Yeah, 2013 was my best nationals showing, where I got third, and the two guys that placed ahead of me both got their pro cards. Yeah, as far as like accomplishments, that's the best I've done for myself with competing. But yeah, I mean, in the future, I hope to jump on stage again, and
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And Chico Aldama is asking, what's your guys' opinion on advice on SARMs for muscle growth? So for those who don't know, SARMs are like research chemicals that act on the cellular level. They won't affect the hormones in the body, but they're gonna help build muscle and lose fat on the cellular, in the muscle level. So what's your opinion on that?
I think with SARMs, they're really new, and like I don't have like a huge like understanding on how they actually work in the body in comparison to like steroids. But I have like experimented with myself a little bit and ran blood work, and they clearly work. They work great. I just don't know that they're necessarily better or a healthier choice than using things like testosterone or whatever it is. So I think they're new. I think there's just a lot of unknown. We really don't know what the long-term effects of them are. So we'll see.
I think the mistake people do is that, because it doesn't affect the hormones, the body's really safe from it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, the kidneys, the liver, who knows?
Yeah.
So I think
when I used them, I checked my levels, and it was still putting stress on the same things that anabolic steroids would put stress on. So,
so just don't take them like candies. Just always read on it, make sure what the hell's going on in your body, and the best thing is the blood test, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get a doc.
Checking your blood, making sure, seeing the cause and effect of things you're doing, things you're putting in your body. And
because that's how you actually make it safe.
Yeah.
It's by checking your blood. Okay. This guy is asking, Dada Fifth from Instagram, what is the best way to get rid of love handles while bulking? I've been bulking for 2 years, and the only place I gain fat is around my waistline. Thanks, bro. I think on the bulk, it's not a reason to get fat. You're gonna get softer, you're gonna get watery, but if you're getting fat and like this fat hanging off your waist,
you're eating way too much.
Too much food, or not the right amount of food.
Garbage, or
Yeah, I think if you have a cheat meal on Wednesday night and a cheat meal on Saturday night, and you eat super clean the rest of the time, unless your metabolism kind of sucks, you won't get love handles.
Shouldn't. If you are, you're just eating too many overall calories on a daily basis.
I think also for myself, I was eating too much fat in my off season.
Yeah.
I love fat. I would just like cook everything in bacon and oil and bacon fat and the coconut fat and adding fat to and butter, and that combined with a lot of carbs adds a lot of calories. So if you eat a lot of carb, you need to have a little bit of fat, not like I was doing. And so that's it. That's the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we got something to show you guys. Actually, let's do it. It's right here.
Oh, here's some right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are sealed.
All right. Look at that.
These ones are sealed and nicer.
It's sealed nicer. Okay.
Yeah, that one's open.
All right. So, what is that?
You tell me. What is that?
That's a pre-workout that Dorian's brother made. It was actually an idea for his birthday, because Dorian has a bunch of nice formulas and recipes for the best supplements you could use, and Noah kind of found his stash of like recipes and made a pre-workout and sent it to him for his birthday. That's coming up actually in 2 weeks, And the blend is pretty cool. You want to talk about the blend?
Yeah, I mean, right now this is a prototype. This is something I made like over a year ago when me and my brother and Antoine were talking about possibly doing, putting some ideas together for a potential supplement line down the road. And so this was something that I made over a year ago. It's pretty crazy that my brother.
Yeah, he bypassed everybody.
Yeah, he did this. But yeah, basically in this product, it's 5 grams of BCAAs, fermented source, which is the highest quality of BCAAs. It has creatine monohydrate in the form of Creapure, the highest quality creatine, beta-alanine, carnosine, citrulline's fermented, Hydromax, glycerol, and everything's at like really high doses, like effective doses. Mm-hmm. So when you look at citrulline, it's dosed at 6 grams.
6 grams of citrulline. And one thing I learned today actually from Dorian is that citrulline malate is half as effective as citrulline like this.
Yeah, usually citrulline malate will be like a 2-to-1 ratio of citrulline and malate. So you're not getting pure citrulline.
Yeah, so all the pre-workouts that have 1 or 2 grams of citrulline, it's like, does citrulline even work?
Yeah, you have
I thought I knew about supplements, but actually,
there's a lot of ways to cut costs.
Yeah,
for companies, and still put it on the label. It's still in there, but is it really an effective dose? So when I had the idea of creating a product, I wanted to create something that was like something that I was taking myself, or I would have a client take or suggest to a friend. So yeah, this would be a product.
It's mainly for us, actually.
Yeah, this is mainly a product that we're coming out with for ourselves to take.
It's not for sale.
Prototype. It's not going to be for sale, but we are going to possibly work on something in the future.
Yeah.
So we're just playing around with some ideas right now. And
so it's pretty cool.
Maybe we'll do some type of cool draw or something and give a couple away or something.
Oh yeah, actually,
viewers to try and give us your feedback.
Well, just in the comment there, just like if you guys want to try it out, just make yourself be heard, and we'll good idea. We'll come up with a giveaway. Yeah. I'll think of something for you guys, because this is pre-workout is sick. It's like I'm already doing this with like the intro workout shit I'm doing, the pre-workout stuff I'm doing, and this is like this is cool because we won't be able to have 1,000 bottles just mix it all together.
All in one.
Yeah, you got also got electrolytes in there.
Yeah, electrolyte complex, an energy complex.
Enough caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool product. It'll keep you really hydrated, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it tomorrow for the first time. Looking forward to it.
And it actually tastes really good. I was really surprised with the flavoring.
Because it was like a we didn't know if it was going to taste good or not, right?
Yeah, it's tough because we didn't do any testing with the manufacturer to make sure we were happy with the flavor. My brother just sort of went, took the initiative and just got it made, hope for the best, and it actually tastes really good.
Prototype label also.
Yeah, and the reason why we got black and white is because we're really not sure, if we're going to go black, we're going to go white.
Yeah, what do you guys think, black or white?
Yeah.
Black or white, guys. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Q&A. It's a long one. I hope you guys liked it. There's more to come. And all the contacts for Dorian and the guys are in the description there. And make sure you watch my whole Contest Prep Chronicles from the start. It's still going on. I'm 4.5 weeks out almost. And everything's going well. So, goodbye. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.